Very good evening to one and all. We welcome you to the Deccan Positive Mental Health webinar series. We welcome today resource person Subramanian sir, mentor and research in interventions counselor, and we welcome participants and our teammates on behalf of Manasa Subkara Mindcare Hyderabad in association with Yellow Bond Counseling Center Hyderabad, Forest Creative Heart Studio Punjab. Thank you all. Over to intro section, ma'am.
You're on mute.
Hello, am I
Hello.
audible now?
Now audible.
I think Sunanda, you seem to be having some bad cold. True? No, your voice was sounding as if you have some throat problem. Okay, okay, fine. Yes, I'm sharing my PPT. Is my PPT visible? Am I audible? So we can proceed? Okay. Yeah. Welcome to all of you. And my heartful thanks to Miss Sunanda Ravi, Deccan Positive Mental Health, Manasa Subakara Mind Care, Yellow Pond Counseling Center, 4S Creative Art Studio. So it's really nice to be with you. And the topic we'll be looking at it is on mostly on emotions and its role on psychological disorders and how we cope up with that. So many of you, because most of you have psychological background and you know what emotions are. We know the emotions can be defined as a complex state feeling that results in physical or psychological changes. So if I get angry, I can break a TV, or some changes can happen. So anything can happen. So emotions can be sometimes can be damaging. I think Daniel Goleman calls it some destructive emotions, some of the emotions. And these can also in turn influence the thought and behavior. And emotionality is associated with the range of psychological phenomena, including temperament, personality, mood, and motivation. They all been associated and they can influence one another. That's this thing is. So what is the exact definition, which is quite easy to understand according to author David Myers, Human Emotions Involved: physiological arousal, expressive behavior, and conscious experience. So this is what we have, that emotions. And when we have an emotions, it is something like a raw energy we have. If we have any of this raw energy, we should be in a position to use it to our advantage. That particular skill is normally called as an emotional intelligence. So how do you use it? What are the components of emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, which can also be referred to as emotional quotient or EQ, like IQ you have, EQ you have. What all the components of emotional intelligence is? One is you have an ability to understand. For example, I am very angry now. So I know there is something in me which is triggering my anger. So I am aware my emotions that I have an unpleasant anger issue. Once I have an issue, then I should be in a position to use it. I may say, yes, let us not discuss anything right now. I am not in good moods. Maybe we discuss after half an hour or 1 hour. So I identify my anger as my energy. I know this anger can be destructive. So I start understand it. I start using it and manage my own emotion in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. So these are the areas where I can successfully use emotional intelligence. And why it is important to handle emotions? That is one thing is we need to understand. People have difficulty identifying and coping with fear, one of the forms of emotions. Fear, anger, hurt, and other strong feelings are more likely to react by drinking or another unhealthy coping method. Another unhealthy coping might be even taking to drugs. Anything can be there. So if people are finding difficulty to handle emotions, this can also happen. Smoking, anything. However, working with Dr. Washington, it was found that you can train yourself to respond differently, meaning we can build emotional intelligence. Research has shown that a high level of emotional intelligence is associated with lower levels of drinking and substance abuse. So it's more particular if we are handling teenager, if you are handling small kids. It's important that we start cultivating emotional intelligence, bring that emotional intelligence to them so that they may not go into the addictive habits like drinking, substance abuse and all, which can be at some stage it can be very dangerous. And people with have low emotional deficits, low emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, they found that these are low in people with major depressive disorder, borderline personality disorder, substance abuse disorder. Several symptoms of mental illness are related to emotional problems. So we know what this emotional intelligence can help us. Incidentally, my post-graduation research paper was on emotional intelligence and the occupational stress, how they are related to it. And I found with the sample size of nearly 60 or 70, people who are on the below the average emotional intelligence level, they found their occupational stress is very high. People who are in the both are same level, average level of emotional intelligence, and EQ also in the average level, occupational stress tends to be more or less balanced. That means, yes, they feel stressed, but they are able to manage. But the people who have got scoring higher occupational stress, emotional intelligence, they drastically, their stress levels are very low. And nowadays, realizing this, railways have started introducing for certain categories of recruitment that they're going to assess those people on emotional intelligence. Some of the corporates have already started testing their, assessing their emotional intelligence when they are recruiting on certain managerial, assistant managerial cadre. So why you need emotional intelligence? So in occupations and how it helps? It helps to build a strong relationship with others, which is something useful in today's world. Succeed in college. So once again, teenagers, school children can learn, improve their emotional intelligence, be more productive in work. That's the reason corporates are looking for people with emotional intelligence, achieve career and personal goals, and then connect with your feeling and help you to manage emotions. So this is something which is important, which helps you. What if I don't have emotional intelligence? There's something with. Then what is the research says? Study shows that people who are not strong in emotional intelligence may have problems in, they may, not this, they will, they may, performance in school and work. So they can, because naturally once they feel, employees feel or children feel the stress level is more, so then normally productivity can come down. Physical health, yes, it affects the physical health. Mental health, which includes emotional and other related mental disorders. This has been talked in exhaustively, especially in positive psychology. So what are the components of emotional intelligence? You have 4, and Daniel Goleman has given the 5th one. So 4 is normally, traditionally it is accepted as one on self-regulation, self-awareness, people skill, empathy. We will go into each one of it. And when Daniel Goleman said, he's added one more, which is called the motivation. So what is self-awareness? What is that I'm aware? Understand my strength and weakness and how often action affects other. I am aware if my anger is disproportionate, or what you call it as I'm a short-tempered person, then I understand my weakness and strength and then start working on it. So I'm able to be aware of that, being able to handle and learn from constructive criticism. So I'm not affected if somebody criticizes me or somebody give me a feedback which is not very good in my performance. So I'm able to digest that. Then self-regulation, I know I am aware of it. One, let us say I am aware of my anger. Then regulation, express emotion with restraint and control. As I told you just earlier, when I'm angry, I know if I talk now, it may not be productive, I may burst out. So I will just take a time, I'll tell them, let us have a meeting after half an hour or 1 hour. So I'm regulating my negative emotions. Motivation, it's more of a autonomous motivation in the sense, I don't look my motivation is not dependent on somebody's praise or criticisms or anything. So I have my own motivation, self-motivation, resilience and optimistic, driven by inner ambition. It's my job, I am doing it, whether others appreciate or not appreciate. Empathy, I know many of these counselors will be knowing it. Compassion and understanding of human nature, connect with others on an emotional level. And especially when we are counselors, so we invariably get clients who have some sort of an emotional problem. So we need to be more empathy, show empathy, validation, understanding everything, so that they become functional quite fast. And then provide great service and respond genuinely to others' concerns. So this is one thing when you have an empathy. People skill, which needs to be more emphasized today, because we are moving in a connecting to all over the world. Our world is not just confined to India. So we have contact with China, US, England, Germany. So people skill able to build rapport and trust quickly with others, avoids power struggles and backstabbing, enjoys others, people, and has the respect for others. So as per Daniel Goleman, that motivation is something extra. The other things are same. So what we saw about self-awareness is the ability to recognize, understand your moods, emotions, and drive, as well as their effects on others. So it is more than just recognizing your action, is being aware of the effect of your action, moods, and emotions on other people. So my emotions, how it's going to... Yes? Okay. Shall I continue? Oh, okay. And when you have this self-awareness, what is that you see in yourself? Let us say, how do you see a person who's got self-awareness? So his self-confidence is high. He's very realistic in self-assessment. He will not be prejudiced with his opinion or prejudiced because he has created his ideas or anything. So he's got a realistic coefficient. And one more thing is laughing at yourself. He's got some sense of humor. Today, sense of humor is being talked very high in positive psychology. The research says people spending time 10 minutes or in a day watching a TV, humor, or watching a film, their depression levels have started coming down. So that is the impact of humor that can play on one's life. Then self-regulate, the ability to control and direct disruptive impulses and moods. One is the tendency to suspend judgment and to think before acting. So this is something I'm not judging on my emotions. I just have a thought before I act. I just give a pause. If I'm angry, if I'm very hungry, I will give a pause and then start appropriately. Once you have this self-regulation, how do you identify this? One is trustworthiness and integrity. Now we know how companies are looking for the thing. You have self-confidence in there. Now you have trustworthiness and integrity, openness to change. One more thing is, maybe when we have some other time, we can take it on positive psychology. All these things have been individually research conducted, and then their effect on the emotional depressions, emotional disorders have been identified. So even trustworthiness, integrity, they are also being tested on a research levels, and then found out the efficacy of those on emotional mental disorders. So it means a lot. Then motivation is a passion to work for reasons that go beyond money or status. Yes, if I'm getting a lot of money, I may be motivated, or if I'm getting a status, I get money. But that's not something we call it as a real motivation. It is something beyond money. it's for my own satisfaction. I do it because I want to do it. A tendency to pursue goals with energy and persistence. Once again, what are the hallmarks? Strong drive to achieve, optimism even in the face of failure, organizational commitment. Now, once you link it, what all the hallmarks, you find why industry, anybody who is working, including counselors, psychologists, doctors, anybody, how these things are useful. Empathy, it's something which is the rule of the thumb for our counselors. We are supposed to be empathetic. The ability to understand the emotional makeup of other people. Skill in treating people according to their emotional reaction without judging. We accept. Yes, we say it's your thing is valid. Your depression, we understand. Your relationship failure, we know the pain. We don't judge, but we understand. Empathy is the ability to understand how others feel. It's more than that, you start walking on their shoes. Then what is the, once again, that hallmark is expertise in building and retaining talent, cross-cultural sensitivity, because India can have vast cultural difference from Kashmir to Kanyakumari or Calcutta to Bombay. In between, you have so much of cultural differences. And then service to clients and customers. So these are the positive things of empathy. Then social skill, proficiency in managing relationship and building network, and ability to find common ground and build rapport. Once again, what are the hallmark? Effective in leading change. This is something, changes happening everywhere in every field. So even in psychology, we normally say this positive psychology is something, a newborn baby. You find lot of research taken place in 2010 to 2023, 2000, starting of 2000. So we need to have ability to keep changing, read and ability to change, persuasiveness, expertise in building and leading teams. So now so many of these things are relevant for executing. And even as a parent, these things are all important when you are handling children. Then now it's choice what we have to see, whether we are ready to improve our emotional intelligence and lead a peaceful life, or be a victim of life challenges. Okay, I don't bother about emotional intelligence, so I keep crying. Or yes, I will take my emotional intelligence and start working on it. We will see how to work on that. I think all of you know what it is. So it's somebody trying to sea surfing, no? So this can be frightening as long as I am concerned. Maybe some of you who come from sea coast and all may be familiar with these things. This person always wants high tides, challenges in life, because he has the skill of managing the high tides thing. Who does not respond to the thought of taking life's original one? I modified emotional wave and riding them with effortless grace. Look at it ourselves. Yes, I have an emotions like 5, whatever Daniel Goleman has said, 5 rings. I am like a chariot with 5 horses. Imagine I am the controller. I can go to any destination. That's what, who does not respond to the thoughts of taking lives. In place of life, we can say emotional waves and riding them with emotional grace, like that sea surfer. Okay. Now we are going into the, how do we want to improve the emotional? We have seen emotional intelligence has got this much of contribution. We have understood how important it is for us. So this is one of my favorite quote from Robert Frost, who's one of my favorite poet. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Yes, 2 roads, one is pleasant. You can be easily tossed up a day to day. This thing, I'm not bothered about my emotions, nothing. I just go. The other one may look tough, But yes, I take the challenge and go. And that makes the difference in my life. Now let us see how we are going to increase the emotional intelligence. Now we need to increase the emotional intelligence. Now you should know what is your emotional intelligence, where you are today. Supposing I am, let us say in the point of 0 to 10, let us say I am 3. If I start implementing this, I should go to 7 or 8. So then I should know where I am standing on my emotional intelligence. What is my emotional quotient? So there are 2 tests which you can take it. They are very easy. One is on which gives you different segment of your emotional intelligence score. You can take it and work on it. You can take this test, online free test. The other one is psychictest.org emotional shootings HTML. This gives you the score plus where you are standing. That means, if I'm not wrong, it's 115 is the average score. I may be slightly wrong with standard deviation of 12. So it may be 111 to 137 is the score which comes into average. So any score above 137 is high, below 111 is called low scores. So this, you can take the test today or tomorrow whenever you wanted to, and just keep the score with you. Maybe you start implementing this after 6 months or 8 months. Take the same test and see where you have progress, how much you have progress. So that yes, I have increased my emotional intelligence. You can be happy about it. There can be 2 approaches. One is maybe slightly, I won't say complicated. You need to put a lot of effort. The second one is very simple. You don't have to put any effort. Just work on certain things, and then automatically your emotional intelligence will increase. Your choice is yours. Whichever you want, you can take it. So you have to improve the self-awareness strategy. The number 15 says that book has got 15 points as given. I have picked up few of the points. So don't bother that number of 115. First thing is, when you are aware, treating your feeling without judging. I may get some feeling. I understand it's only my feeling. I am not judging. It is good feeling, bad feeling, nothing. I just be witness. Know who and what pushes your button. Don't be fooled either by good and bad moods. It can happen. Yes. All of us, irrespective of our age, we are all adults. At least some part of the day we find today it's a very bad mood. And whatever you do that day may also not turn out to be good. But that's one day you can say, okay, let me have a bad day today. I will go. So don't be fooled by either good also. Don't get, elated and then start calling everybody. So today I got compliment and all those things. And when you are bad moods, don't have to be depressed. Just accept and go. Watch yourself. Seek feedback. That's what I said. This may be slightly tough. You have to see a mentor who can help you with this. So that is one. And self-management strategy. Normally, breathing is one of the things, especially taught in mindfulness, how to breathe. Yoga also says it's more diaphragmatic breathing. Or you can observe a small baby, how it breathes. Its stomach comes like a balloon when it's inhaling, and expanding its top. That's the right way of doing it. Our association with this world, some people have chest coming out. So yoga and this mindful breathing and all say that is not correct. So try to start learning to breathe diaphragmatically. Smile and laugh more. Take control of your self-talk. Now, the self-talk is once again in positive psychology. There are a lot of research how this can impact on the mental disorders. So we will talk when we take that sessions. Count them. Sometimes when you have that, some sort of a, what you call it as a mood disorder or some moods, you're not in a good mood or anything, you can count and then 10 and then come back to normal and then accept the change. I always tell in the counseling when somebody feels that they are very stressed in the office, or people, especially students, call, I get scared to go into the examination because of anxiety. They would have got 85, 90, but still they have that. All that I tell them is just go into the examination hall. You will be allowed to sit 5 to 10 minutes, 5 minutes earlier before they give you answer sheet and all. Just do some mindful breathing for about half a minute to 1 minute, relax, and then start writing your roll numbers and then go in a relaxed manner. Then you'll be able to work. So accept the change. Whether we accept or not, change will happen. That's all. Social awareness on greet people by name. This is one of the things which can help. Watch body language. Practice the art of listening. I think counselors, we know counselor, doctors and all, and HR people. Most of the people now, they are preferring active listening. Go people watching. I don't know. Before I came to psychology, this was one of my hobby. When I go for a marriage or anything, I just keep observing people. Basically, I'm an introvert, so I don't even interact with people. I select some corner seat and just watching, and then step into their shoes so that you know how much suffering they are doing it. Okay. I tell you one small instance in this particular case. I go for a pilgrimage to one place in Kerala. Normally, I don't like anybody taking my suitcase. And in Kerala, you don't have any luggage also, because you are not allowed to wear pants, shirts and all in the temple. So we don't have that. But when I go to the same hotel, once 18-year-old boy, he used to come, and then even if I say receipt, he used to smile. He'd take my take my suitcase, put me in the room, cleaner and everything. It's been happening for last 10 visits. One visit I went, there was some problem in Kerala, this thing is. So I took an auto, and then I was slightly tensed in going to the hotel. This boy was there. He was looking the people, that receptionist had to call 3 to 4 times. And this boy came like dropping himself without much of this thing. And he was hesitant. He just took the key. Then I took my briefcase and then went inside the room. I just asked him, can I get a glass my flask full of water? He rudely said, you'll get it downstairs. Then I said, okay. He may be in a bad mood and all. I just didn't. Probably if I had complained to that hotel, he would have lost the job, because treating a customer. But I didn't bother about it. I just did it. After 2 days, the receptionist asked me, do you know the news? I said, what? No, the owner of the hotel that lodge passed away by heart attack. I said, when? He said, 2 days back. The day I landed, and that office boy behaving rudely on the same day. When I was vacating next day, he came normally, smiling. He took my luggage and bag. Then I understood his rudeness was not related to his personality, but he couldn't understand, he couldn't digest the death of his boss. So stepping into their shoes, somebody can act rude. Just if you show some patience, we know why they are doing it. And then relationship, be open and curious, build a trust. Don't avoid the inevitable. Sometimes, yes, in relationship, sometimes we have to be firm. These things, especially counselors will know. Some clients we have to be firm, sometimes we have to be this. So we do. When you care, show it. Align your intention with the impact. Your intention and actions and everything should be in a perfect coherence. Then you will be more mature. Then what is the second approach? This is the first approach. You have that 5 segments. You can work on each of the segment using a mentor or somebody. You can tell me, yes, today's world, who has got time to find a mentor, and mentor should be suitable. He should guide me. I don't have time. Forget it. Don't bother. Next approach, let us sue. So this mindfulness is one thing is, I don't know whether they have discovered a diamond in that mindfulness. Everybody talks. Today, it's very, very highly talked. A lot of research has been done. And I'm not sure, but the only book I can find, a scientific research book on meditation, research book by Daniel Goleman, is based on mindfulness. It's got a total research backing. It can increase emotional intelligence. Just being mindfulness can increase emotional intelligence. Work on mindfulness, automatically increase emotional intelligence. That emotional intelligence will help you to work on it gives you good mental health, positive mental health. Mindful can also be used as a therapeutic apply. We know in anxiety and all how we apply mindfulness, and then that also gets mental health. So mindful has got dual function. One is it increases emotional intelligence, through that you get your mental health. It can be used in therapeutic, and then it can increase it can give mental health. Once again, in positive psychology, all the researchers are there on this. Thich Nhat Hanh, I think he passed away a few months back or last year, I'm not very, is a Zen master. So one of the highly celebrated Zen master. There are many ways to calm a negative energy without suppressing or fighting it. So this is something, that's what I said first. When I am angry, I know I am angry. I'm not suppressing it. I just witnessing, experiencing the anger without judging, waiting until it subsides, and then say, let us meet after half an hour. That's all. You recognize it. That's what we do it. You smile to it, and you invite something nicer to come up and replace it, depending on your how you want to replace those. You read some inspiring words. You listen to a piece of music, beautiful music. You go somewhere in nature, or you do some walking meditation. Zen has got lot of, every action they have meditation. Tea meditation, wow, the cake is delicious. Walking meditation, bathing meditation, shower meditation, eating meditation, everything they convert into meditation. So when we saw therapeutic, how mindfulness can be used for therapies. For anxiety, it can be used. Chronic pain. Instantly, I have ordered a book, which I'll be getting it in a couple of days. I think Amazon. Mindfulness to handle pain. That was I'm not very sure of the name of the book. It is something on mindfulness to handle the pain. So I thought it's curious, because as a counselor, we can suggest. It doesn't cost, and moreover, it doesn't have side effects. So chronic pain, stress, PTSD, panic, bulimia nervosa, phobia, depression, insomnia. These are all psychological disorder. From the physical, blood pressure, cardiovascular problem, asthma, and cognitive level, improve problem solving skill, decision making, provides good relaxation. So the mindfulness has got this much. All, once again, have research backing. I will come to the American psychological research, how they have done it. I'll come to that in the last. Sunanda, up to what time I have? I think I'm running short of time. Up to what time I can go? Shall I conclude by 7:25? Will it be okay?
Yeah, that will be better so that people can ask questions.
Yes. Otherwise, I'll have to skip and run it, which I can do that, but it's 7:15, 10 minutes I have, no? I'll try to rush it up. Okay. And one more thing is, all of you will get this PPT presentation. By chance, there is this thing you are not understood, you can communicate to me anytime. So we will work on that. So don't bother about it. This PPT, all of you will get these PPTs. So how do you do the mindful approach? I will come and skip these things. You can read it. I will go to the last part of it, which is very interesting. Okay. Mindful, they said mindful wake up, mindful eating, mindful pause, mindful gym, mindful driving. Okay. I will once again come to this Zen story on this mindful. This thing is, there was a hotel boy. He was a very poor. I think he's in Japan or someplace. I don't know. He was a very poor boy. So he used to work as a server. His job is, like people in Hyderabad, my generation can know. We used to have Irani hotels. People go only to drink tea. That's all. So this person is going to serve tea, but he wants to learn Zen, and he didn't know whom to contact. How the Zen master will be, he doesn't know. But he used to observe everybody drinking tea. So one day, and one thing is Zen master don't dress like your Christian father will have one way of dress. Hindu saints, they have one particular dress. You can identify from the dress. Zen masters don't have that. They may be wearing coat, suit, anything. They are just ordinary people. One person, this boy went and humbly prostrating and asked me, Master, can you teach me Zen? Then his friend asked me, what is that? How do you know he's a Zen master? He said, no. The way he drinks the tea, the way he sips with the relaxed, calm, with the sacrament and all those things, I know he's a Zen master. That's why you have the concept of tea meditation, even in Zen Buddhism. Now you have tea meditation celebrated as a tea meditation. This is the story behind that. Okay, what are the qualities of emotionally intelligent person? When somebody is emotionally intelligent, how do you identify it? Okay. One is they fear not to change. Yeah, they accept change. We will be flow with the river. Then inner self-awareness, that is one quality. They are aware of whatever things you know. And then empathy towards others, they show that empathy. They value progress, not perfection. Yes, there are two different words. Progress, yes, you make progress. You need not be perfect. As long as you are progressing, it's enough. Balanced life, that means they have everything in balance. Not too greedy, not too this thing, any extreme. They are just balanced. Always learning, that's one of the quality of emotional intelligence. Contentment, this is something which you feel, whatever you get it, yes, I'm happy with what I have. And they can also express assertively and they are open to feedback. These 9 qualities of emotionally intelligent person. So once we have all this quality one by one, we start acquiring, then we will get it. So what is this American Psychological Association? Which we know all the counselors will know they are like authority figure as far as psychological disorder, DSMs and all those things come from them. They have conducted research on mindfulness, empirically supported that, yes, evidence-based support. What all the things it can help is reduce rumination, especially people with depression, OCD, they have this problem. They keep on thinking. So mindfulness can help people to reduce that. Stress reduction, boost working memory. So students, especially children, they want more working memory so that they retain and then they work. They are more focused, laser focus. Once again, advantage for students, less emotional reactivity, more cognitive flexibility. So you'll be able to have decision making, everything, you have flexibility. Relation satisfaction. Unfortunately, people in counseling will know how much of the cases comes on relationship breakup. Many cases you get it on, nowadays you get plenty. And some people going for suicide ideation, self-harm, everything comes. So relationship is something which is predominant and it has to be worked on. Relationship satisfaction. Other benefits. Okay, what are the other things? Increased immune function. So probably you can work you have a better immunity system in your body, which can prevent you from a lot of physical health disease. Improvement in well-being. Well-being, once again, is more a positive cycle. How it increases your well-being. Once again, the positive psychology goes in very detailed. Reduction in psychological distress. This also increased information processing speed. Once again, a blessing for student. So imagine in mindfulness, how it can work on these things, research-based. Then how it is useful for us, therapist trainees. Like we are all counselor, we also therapy, we all do counseling. What it helps us? Slowly, we increase our empathy. We have empathy, but we start going more and more increased empathy, compassion, counseling skills. Once again, which is important for us, decreased stress and anxiety. Yes, especially when a call comes that person is attempting to suicide, then our stress level also will go up. Anxiety, anybody can get anxiety. Doctors can get, any field of profession can get anxiety. So counselors, no exception. We also get anxiety. Better quality of life. This is something, yes, counselors, therapists, doctors, all these people, they hear only troubles. Doctor also, every day, counselors, every session is only working on emotional disturbance. So our quality of life also will improve once we do it. And other benefits for the therapist and trainees, up to last, this better quality, then other benefit, self-awareness. Once again, clients of trainees who meditated displayed greater reduction in overall symptom, faster rate of change, scored higher on measures of well-being, and perceived their treatment to be more effective than clients of non. I have two clients. Let us say two of counselors have come. One counselor mindfulness practice, meditated and all. The other person is not meditated. The person who is treating or counseling the person who's got high meditative, their trainees, that means their clients, have reduction in overall symptom, faster rate of change, scored higher on well-being. It benefits the clients, not for only the counselor. Perceived the treatment to be, if you ask them, they feel the treatment is much better than client who was not meditated. So it means a lot to slightly work on it. I will just tell you other shortcuts so that you don't have to spend much of the time on all the things. Okay. So once again, before I conclude, I should thank, Daniel Goleman, recognized to be one of the top 50 psychologists of the world, doing tremendous service for humanity. And the other, increasing emotional intelligence, first approach I have taken from this book. This book is something very peculiar, Mindfulness, a practical guide to finding a peace and frantic world. Mark Williams and Danny Penman. This book has got 8 weeks program, research-based. When I say research-based, they have taken n sample, experimented this research, used longitudinal study, and found to be very effective in whatever we have discussed earlier on American Psychology Society. Plus, I was listening to one of the politicians of UK. He is one of the proponent of this mindfulness in you. He was pleading with UK government to implement these things in the school level. It's easy. Luckily, this is available as a free download in the Google. You can download it, this book, free. Plus, if you don't have time to go through the entire book, it's got about 300 pages. Obviously, you may not have time. Go to the 5th chapter, which says program for the first week. You don't have to read the material. Just read what you should do it on the first week. There are about 1 or 2 pages. Start doing it. It will take 10 minutes to 15 minutes of the morning, 10 minutes to 15 minutes of the evening. That's all. Start doing 1 week, you continue. Take to 2nd week, 3rd week, 4th week. Research says people who have started doing it, from the 3rd week, they find tranquility, peace of mind, everything coming into it. It's a wonderful book. I might have suggested in counseling for a lot of people. This is something very easy, office goers, 10 minutes all that morning. Then you can work on that. Okay. And finally, I think I'm lucky it's 7:25. Thank you for all your patience and participation. And it was truly a wonderful experience. With love and affection, A. Subramanian. And I should thank Ashrita. Whenever I want, she helps me with a drawing as per my requirement. She's 6th class or 7th class. She's been drawing it for last many years. So she helps me. Thanks, Ashrita. I know she may not be here. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful session.
Thank you so much, sir. Really refreshed. And I do have one question, though, if you can take a
Yes,
question.
yes, please.
So we were discussing about, staying calm and moving away from, say, anger. If you're feeling angry towards something or someone, my apologies for the dogs barking. I'm not able to control that. Please bear with me. And
Pardon me? No, just 1 second. No, there is some disturbance in my system. I will just log in, please. Sorry. Because it's some problem here. I'm just not able to. Only lucky thing was it was working. Please ask me, madam. Who was asking?
yes.
Who was asking?
Myself, Aru.
Arun.
Arun Datti.
Yeah.
First of all, my apologies. My dogs seem to be.
No problem.
We live in a forest. They are identifying something. They're continuously barking. Please bear with me.
No. One thing, madam. In that 8 weeks of mindful, we have a sound meditation. So we don't judge dog barking also. We know how to enjoy.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, sir, I was making note of my questions so I could ask you in the end. So this was regarding, you said, if you're feeling anger at some point in your life, walking away or, meditating or something else you can employ to deal with the anger.
Yeah.
My feeling is if that whatever the person or whatever issue that if it's happening once in a way or if you're coming across that person once in a way, I think walking away and these are good solutions to keep that feeling, overwhelming feeling in control and it will dissipate. But suppose this person or the situation is continuously happening in our life. So what exactly can we employ?
No, one thing is
that situation which is generating that particular emotion.
We have to go with case-to-case basis. If that person has got a bipolar disorder and is in a manic, we can't control his anger. He can even then, depending on the severity, we may have to advise him to go to a psychiatrist because it can happen unless you can still work, but that person should be willing to work. So if it is a disproportionate, we have to go with a case-to-case. Bipolar, people manic just can't manage. It's not something like even if the one speck of sugar is less, they break the TV. That's what 0 to 10 in spectrum. So those things we need to work on the case to case. You can take a decision. You can ask a counselor, and if it's not this thing is, then appropriate feedback or send him to consult a psychiatrist or whether get it assessed, diagnosed, and they do it. Okay, madam.
It could be like you can work towards conflict resolution, right?
We have to see. Now, one thing is, if he's intentionally doing there's something, but if he's under bipolar and all, he's not in control of his situation. There you have to use more of empathy. Yes, he is good, but his disorder is making it bad. Then we may have to give him the proper guidance to work on it. Maybe if a corporate has got a tie-up with a counselor, many corporate have, you can refer to the counselor and the counselor feel that person, employee needs a psychiatric treatment, they may refer it. Okay.
Thanks a lot, sir. Really enjoyed the session.
Yeah, we will have, I think I will just, this PPTs, I will just mail it to Miss Sunanda Ravi. She will, wherever there, she will circulate everybody. In case you have doubt after this thing also, I will just put my mail ID in the chat box.
Sorry.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Sir, which book you would like to suggest on EQ?
For EQ,
Yes, sir.
there are plenty of books. But what is that you are looking for EQ? There is one book by name, I showed you in the diagram, isn't it? That two peoples that this thing is. That book is very effective. That book is very effective.
Mindfulness. Okay, sir. Okay.
Now, the mindfulness is a practical implementation. That's not directly addressed to this, what you call it as a emotional intelligence. One second, you give me time, I will show you that book. Pardon me. Not Daniel Goleman. Daniel Goleman is very exhaustive. It won't have
Mark
the
Williams. Mark Williams and Danny Penn.
No. That is for mindfulness.
Sorry, sir. Okay. Okay.
Are you able to see the book?
Yes. Emotional Intelligence 2.0.
2.0. Travis Bradway, the Gene Greaves. That's what I gave you, that I have not put the name. So you can, this book is very effective. Most of
Author
my
name?
things are, author name is Travis Bradbury.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Gene Greaves. Actually, this emotional intelligence, normally I take 2 hours because today I had to cut short, so I had to 1 hour lecture, I did it. And I've given my email ID, asmanian@gmail.com. Okay, any
Can you
queries?
please share your number also, sir? Contact number?
Pardon me? Yes. Only thing is, try avoiding calling me from morning 10 to evening 7, because when I'm counseling, I'll be busy. I will not be able to answer the calls. If it's a WhatsApp, you can send it whenever I'm free. I keep replying it. Telephones are slightly, that this thing is there. That right at 10 to 6 is my time. So in that particular time, I keep getting calls. And it's quite heavy also. The traffic is quite heavy. So that can be, okay. Yeah, Emotional Intelligence 2 by Travis Berry, and one more is also there. Gene Greaves. Okay, that's fine.
Satyana Nasi, you have to unmute. You are on mute.
Yeah.
Who?
Okay.
Yes. Good evening to everyone. It's a wonderful session. And sir, what's your practical application to your client? In a nutshell, if you are able to say about mindfulness and EQ.
One thing is, I am slightly partial to positive psychology. One reason is positive psychology doesn't only end with treating the patient or repairing, whatever it is. They go with the concept of well-being.
Yeah.
In fact, one instance I will tell you, when I was doing my internship in a rehabilitation center, there was one person came with severe depression. He need to be psychiatric treatment. That means he started neglecting his daycare activities. That was the situation. And he said, I can't see my psychiatrist because I don't have father, I don't have mother. And then I can't even, what you call it as afford the counseling and other fees. I said, it's okay. Then that positive psychology, 20 to 25 sessions, he's 80% normal now, without tablet, without anything. But hats off to him. He was so committed, so diligent. He used to follow all the instructions, whatever I say. It is possible. Okay. Yeah. So I go with more of a positive psychologist and then counsel the people.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Very good, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for good session.
Thank you.
Rama has raised hand.
Yeah.
Rama, you can ask. Okay, go ahead.
Fine. Access our. I showed that in the PPTs, there are 2 links are given. They can go and the moment they get the PPT, they can look into it. They can use it. Depending on that, whichever this thing is, they can use it. I think Mahesh.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sunanda ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to ask sir, when we would like to increase our emotional intelligence by or taking help from a psychologist, what suggestion you would like to give to audience for what book or like how to take that guidance like.
No, most of these things are self-explanatory, and there are lot of things coming in that. If I go to that 8 weeks mindful program, it's more or less fully complete. It works on that, and it's got a research backing, and it helps people in 8 weeks. They'll be functional. From 3rd week, they start getting tranquility, peace of mind, everything. It covers most of the things. You don't have to sing it. But if you are looking for specific, like your positive side, how do I increase compassion? How do I increase courage? How do I increase all those things? I think I have to take a separate session for that. So each one of the segment has to be worked and then start increasing it. Then you should know what is your strength, how do you want to improve. All these positive psychologists, these 2 strengths are highly, they call it as a signature strength and character strength, most important in working on depression. People are able to come out of it. Yes, not all need, some they need medicines, some they don't need. Instantly, I would like to mention one, Judson Braver, who wrote Unwinding Anxiety. I had asked him some question on these things. He said, yes, medicines may be, he's a psychiatrist and a PhD in clinical psychology. He said, yes, sometimes, but I don't give tablets as much. He gives only mindfulness practices for anxiety, severe anxiety also. Because he's a doctor, he can manage, we can't do it. He's wrote that Unwinding Anxiety. If you get a chance, please read that book. With a high sense of humor, you don't read the book, you see a film on anxiety. That's not a book he has written. That is
Sir, one question. Sir,
Yeah.
one question out of the topic. I would like to ask how to increase our sense of humor.
That itself, so many people are smiling. That itself shows that even the just start laughing at things. First thing is accept your thing. That's all. It looks sometimes you have to keep developing it. It not necessarily you should have. You can also see some timing and all. Some people spontaneously come. Some people work on it. Like some people are very spontaneous. They start cracking jokes. That one thing is. Or one more book also is I would like to suggest. There's one is Search Inside Yourself. You can look into that book. It's free download once again on PDF. You can download it on your what you call it, mobile. You can read every part of your this thing. He will increase it. He wrote very humorously. He told one this thing is he is walking to the cafeteria and he will be doing mindfulness. He said my productivity is increased. Boss, please listen, give me my increase in bonus. He's got that sense of humor. So start slowly increasing it. That's all.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Amrita, Maunika. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for the session, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I would like to know that my brother took counseling, sir. Like he has bit rebel attitude and he is emotionally reactive.
Okay.
But the duration of the counseling effect was very short, sir. Like whatever after taking the counseling, he was good. But again, he started these things like emotionally reacting showing his anger,
How old?
like doing things. He is around 23 years old.
Okay. Did you get it assessed by a clinical psychologist or somebody? What exactly is the cause?
Yes, sir. Like he is doing because like he doesn't have any abnormalities,
Uh-huh.
but he has become like it became an other like they say habit, sir.
The habit to which one?
If he doesn't get anything, showing that emotional reactions like throwing things,
Okay.
uh, anger on parents.
Mm-hmm.
Due to some reasons, the psychologist in Tirupati has left,
Mm-hmm.
so we couldn't continue the session. What can we do to him, sir? Like, how can we resolve
No,
this?
he is open to work on it.
No, sir. No, mostly not, sir.
He is not open to work
He is
on
not
himself.
open to change. Yes, sir. He is not.
Then it may be slightly difficult to know, because
Yeah, sir.
counseling will not. In that case, only medication may sometimes help. If he's open, you can ask him to call Vandrewala Foundation. It's a free helpline, 24/7 helpline number. The counselors will
Okay.
help. The number is 9999666555. Okay. We work 24. We work 24/7. I work there only, so they are free.
Oh,
Okay. I work. They work. They think they will help him. Okay.
sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Can you repeat the number? Can you repeat the number?
9. I will write it. Not a problem. You'll find it on our site itself. Oh, Gayatri has already sent it. She's also counselor. Her daughter only drawn that figure for me. Okay. Yeah. Name is not necessary. You can just, any counselor will pick it up. They work 24/7. Counselor will personally attend. Okay. I know it's already almost 15 minutes more. Maybe some other session, if you are open, we can have some other on addiction or positive psychology, anything. Now I am now I am free on most of the Fridays, almost all Fridays.
Mr. Subramaniam, you are going to be on our regular callers list.
It's an honor, sir. It's a great honor. Great honor for us, sir.
I'm very happy the way you have handled the session.
Yeah.
In a very detailed way, you have covered every aspect.
Yeah.
And also, you have given reference of so many books. At my age, I can't read so many books. At least some things I can try to go through.
Yeah.
On my eyes. But
Yeah. Correct. That is there.
a wonderful session. We are very happy about it. I am very thankful.
I'll be honored to help as many people as possible using your platform, sir. Definitely.
If God decides, I am going to meet the person because he is Sainipuri. I am in Begumpet. I will telephone to you.
Yeah, please.
You will come and spend some time with
Yes, we'll definitely meet, sir.
Okay.
It's
On
a
behalf,
most
on behalf of all the participants who are thrilled by your session, on behalf of Deccan Positive Mental Health, Manasa Scorecard Mind Center, Yellow Pond Counseling Center, and 4S Creative Art Studio, we are highly thankful to you, sir, for a wonderful session. We are going to be a regular guest list, and because usually you said every Friday you are free.
Yeah.
We will try to catch you as soon as possible, as far as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks to all the participants.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunanda, man.
Thank you, Sunanda ma'am.
Thank you.
Nice.